Will everyone please rise for the presentation of colors by the FDNY Color Guards?
Detail, 10 hut.
That sounds right. Michael Levy. Yep. Please remain standing for the national anthem sung by firefighter Regina Wilson.
Detail, hand salute.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ready, shoot.
Thank you, Firefighter Wilson. Please remain standing while FDNY Chaplain Father Joseph Hoffman deliver the invocation.
Let us recall that we are in the presence of God. Loving God, we gather here to celebrate the heroism and bravery of many members of our family. They risked their lives in order to save others. Their unselfishness and courage took many out of harm's way and led them to safety. They did not think of their own well-being, but rather the safety and lives of those they saved. Their focus was not on themselves and what was best for them, but rather what needed to be done for others. We present them with medals to celebrate their achievements, but we thank you for giving them to us. May you use their example and goodness to teach us how to put others first and how to be less self-centered and more other-centered. Lord, thank you for your gift to us, and bless us, our department, family, and our city today and always. Amen.
Thank you, Father Hoffman. Please retire the colors. Will everyone please be seated?
Detail, at ease.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Captain Andrew Brown, and it is an honor to serve as Master of Ceremonies on such a proud day for this department. On behalf of Mayor Eric Adams, Fire Commissioner Laura Kavanagh, Chief of Department John Hodgins, our executive staff, union, and elected officials, I would like to welcome you all to today's Medal Day ceremony. A special welcome to all of today's medal winners. You make us proud. We are also honored to have several of our Medal Day donors, as well as the families of the Medal Day recipients. Now, to hear from our first speaker, please welcome our Fire Commissioner, Laura Kavanagh.
Good morning. Happy Medal Day. This is a great day, and I am so happy to see everybody here, friends and family, and our very deserving medal winners. Medal Day stands as a testament to our department's triumphs, to those moments of unparalleled bravery when our members risk everything to safeguard the lives of their fellow New Yorkers and of one another. Today is a special day, and we'd like to thank everyone who has worked so diligently to make this celebration possible, and we are so happy to be here. I'd also like to extend a warm welcome to the family and friends of our honorees. You are integral members of the FDNY family, and we are delighted to have you here on a happy day. We recognize the immense pride you feel for their achievements, and over the years, you've witnessed their dedication, their perseverance, and the countless hours of studying and training that have brought them to this moment. Your unwavering support is undoubtedly part of the guidepost along their journey, so today, their honor is also yours to share, and we're so grateful that you are here. Let's give our friends and family a round of applause. Our members, you, prove over and over again how committed they are to the life-saving mission of the FDNY. They are always ready and always on. Just last week, a firefighter on his way to work noticed smoke billowing from a building. Without protective gear and before the first fire truck had even arrived, he courageously entered the building. Inside, he found an e-bike engulfed in flames and an occupant desperately trying to save and rescue his dogs. The firefighter insisted he evacuate, and as they made their way out, a second e-bike near the doorway exploded. Acting swiftly, the firefighter closed the door to contain the fire, sustaining burns to his hand. Last month, a paramedic had just finished her shift and was in her car to drive home when she witnessed a drive-by shooting. Without hesitation, she promptly notified her lieutenant and chased after the vehicle carrying two gunshot victims, providing life-saving medical aid. This is who we are at the FDNY. You see what you do as a calling, and that's what gives you the conviction and the courage to do what you do, no matter the time of day, no matter if you are on duty or off. No call is ever the same. Every call presents unique challenges. Some may seem straightforward, while others test your physical and mental abilities to the fullest. Each time you respond, you draw upon your training, adapting to the circumstances at hand. It is a constant mental calculation involving split-second decisions, skill, and bravery. It is why you are the best and the bravest. Medal Day is also a commemoration. Each medal bestowed bears the name of those who made the supreme sacrifice to our city because we vowed to always remember them. In honoring our Medal Day recipients, we pay homage to those who laid the foundation of our department. The highest medal for valor is the Chief of Department Peter J. Gansey Medal, presented annually to a firefighter. This year, it's awarded to Lieutenant Mark Russo of Rescue Battalion for his courageous actions responding. We can cheer for him. He responded to the Mayday call of a trapped firefighter inside a burning home. This year, we proudly introduced the Battalion Chief Thomas J. Neary Harlem Firefighter Medal, graciously endowed by his friends and family to commend exceptional acts of bravery among our members. Battalion Chief Neary's legacy, marked by not one, but two Chief of Department Peter J. Gansey medals, inspires this new honor. Captain Jonathan Shields of Ladder 42, let's clap for him, he is the inaugural recipient of this medal for his courageous rescue of 3 individuals from a blazing apartment building. Our highest award for a meritorious act for members of EMS operations is the Christopher J. Prescott Medal. EMT Emmanuel Titus and EMT Sean Griffin displayed empathy, compassion, and courage as they put their own lives on the line to save a man whose life literally hung in the balance. Let's give them a round of applause, too. Congratulations to all our Medal Day recipients whose selfless acts are acknowledged today. Each day, our members confront unpredictable challenges that would make most hesitate. Yet the men and women of the FDNY remain unwavering to their dedication to saving lives. On behalf of a grateful city, thank you for always answering the call. God bless America, and may God continue to bless the FDNY. Congratulations.
Thank you, Commissioner Kavanagh. Next, we will hear from our Chief of Department, John Hodgins.
Good morning. Medal Day is a celebration of courage, sacrifice, and the winning spirit of the men and women of the FDNY. Every single day, members of the FDNY respond to fires and emergencies and help New Yorkers get through what very well may be the worst day of their life. Today, we honor those who have gone above and beyond the call of duty, approaching perilous, unpredictable situations with bravery and skill. The firefighters and EMTs of the FDNY do not shy away from danger. They confront it head on, fully aware of the risks, but driven by a commitment to protect and serve. Today, we celebrate members like the inaugural winner of the Battalion Chief Thomas Neary Medal, Captain Jonathan Shields, Ladder 42. At a fire in the Bronx, Captain Shields entered dangerous and deteriorating conditions not once, but 3 times to save the lives of trapped occupants. He relied and depended on his vast experience and displayed enormous courage by returning to a hallway 3 times to rescue victims that no doubt would have perished without his heroic actions. In another life-saving scenario, EMT Brendan Burns, working at Station 5-8, jumped into the rough and unforgiving currents of Rockaway Beach last summer to rescue 2 swimmers. Carrying a rescue torpedo and depending only on his skills as a former lifeguard, through pure bravery, he was able to bring 2 people to safety. For this selfless act, Brendan Burns is receiving the Yadira Arroyo Medal. That is just a couple of some of the amazing rescues you will hear about today. Stories of perseverance, action, bravery, and the desire to save others that are synonymous with what it means to be a member of the FDNY. These medals remind us of the countless lives our members have touched in the communities that they serve. Whether they are rushing into a burning building to save a life or administering life-saving medical care, always in challenging conditions, each of our medal winners have shown why we are called New York's bravest. Through the work of dedicated public servants like yourself, the FDNY continues to be the best it can be, the greatest fire department in the world. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you for going above and beyond for the citizens of this great city. In closing, I pass on a blessing to you, which describes my wishes for you and your future. This always hit home with me when I heard it. May good and faithful friends be yours, wherever you may roam. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, the rains fall soft upon your fields, And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. God bless the FDNY, and God bless the United States of America.
Thank you, Chief Hodgins. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our next speaker, the Honorable Mayor Eric Adams.
I could not help but to reflect on we hear our national anthem. One part of it always resonates with me, and that is the rocket's red glare. The bomb burst in their air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. A few days ago, I visited two of our first responders who were shot while carrying out their job. One of them, his dad, was a former member of the police department. I reflected on my life as a police officer, my cousins, and my youngest brother. And as I stand here today, I realize that our flag still flies, it's still in the air, no matter what the bombs may be. It could be the physical bombs of seeing our center of trade attacked. It could be the bombs of COVID, where many of you have lost your colleagues and loved ones. It could be the bombs of uncertainties of a fire that started in the beginning of my role as the mayor in the Bronx and watching those burnt walls, but you still went in. I think the true moment of today of being a hero, to be someone that is willing to run towards danger and not away from that, is that although you do it in your career, you continue to do it over and over again. It is devastating for anyone to go through the psychological challenges of being impacted on a dangerous environment where you may have lost your life or lost the life of a loved one. But you go back into the burning building, respond to the tragedy. Our EMTs, FDNY, our paramedics, every day you carry out that role. Our flag is still here because you are here. And you continue to commit yourself, no matter who's the governor, no matter who's the mayor. There's a consistency for over 159 years in the rich tradition of this department. And your family members being there for you like my mother was there for me and my brother. I want to thank you for your heroic actions, but I want to thank you for your consistency and dedication and commitment to ensure that no matter what bomb bursts in the air, our flag will always be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Adams. We will now commence with the presentation of the medals. I will ask the ceremonial officer to escort the fire commissioner and the chief of department to the area in front of the stage. Our first medal, the Dr. Harry M. Archer Medal, Firefighter Podorsky of Ladder 108. Our first medal is the Harry M. Archer Medal. This medal is awarded every 3 years to a holder of the Chief of Department Peter J. Gansey Jr. Medal and the New York State Honorary Fire Chiefs Association Medal from the preceding 3 years. This year, we award Firefighter Arthur Podorsky of Ladder 108. In November 2022, Firefighter Podorsky assigned to Ladder Ladder 16, and his fellow members responded to a report of people trapped by a fire on the 20th floor of a high-rise apartment building. Arriving on the scene, they saw residents partially hanging out of a window on the 20th floor and prepared for a life-saving rope rescue. Firefighter Podorsky was lowered down the side of the building where he encountered a heavy fire ignited by lithium-ion batteries and found a victim tangled in the window gate. With the assistance of other members, they freed and lowered the victim with Firefighter Podorsky to the 19th floor where she received medical treatment. For his extreme bravery and actions, we are proud to award the Harry M. Archer Medal to Firefighter Arthur Podorsky of Ladder 108, the Pride of Williamsburg. Our next medal is the Chief of Department Peter J. Gansey Jr. Medal and New York State Honorary Fire Chiefs Association Medal awarded to Lieutenant Mark H. Russo, Rescue Battalion. On February 17, 2023, Squad Company 8 responded to a structural fire on Staten Island. Members observed heavy fire on multiple floors of a 3-story semi-attached private dwelling. Squad 8 witnessed a firefighter bail out the second floor and heard another trapped firefighter issue a mayday. Lieutenant Russo moved quickly into the burning building behind Engine Company 168's hose line and located the trapped member lying motionless on the floor. He removed the firefighter from the fire area and was met by another Squad 8 firefighter who assisted in removal. Due to Lieutenant Mark Russo's quick thinking, aggressive actions, and bravery amid truly intense circumstances, a firefighter's life was saved. For his valiant efforts under punishing conditions, the Chief of Department Peter J. Gansey Jr. Medal and the New York State Honorary Fire Chiefs Association Medal is awarded to Lieutenant Mark H. Russo, Rescue Battalion, The Ocho. The next medal is the EMTP Carlos Lilo Lieutenant Richard Quinn Medal, which is awarded every 3 years to a Prescott Medal holder from the preceding 3 years. This year, we are proud to award the medal to EMT Gary Hugh and EMT Samuel Wright. In April 2020, EMT Oy and Wright were flagged down for a motor vehicle crash and found a dump truck engulfed in flames with an unconscious driver trapped inside. EMT Wright crawled inside and together with his partner, they removed the driver to safety before the vehicle exploded. For their quick, heroic action to save the life of a driver trapped by flames, the EMT P. Carlos Lilo Lieutenant Richard Quinn Medal is awarded to EMT Gary Hugh and EMT Samuel Wright, Division 8, Brooklyn North. Up next, the Christopher J. Prescott Medal, presented to EMT Sean M. Griffin and EMT Emmanuel F. Titus, Station 45. Around midnight on April 16, 2023, EMT Titus and EMT Griffin responded to a 911 call at the Kosciuszko Bridge. When they arrived, they encountered a man sitting on a metal beam on the edge of the bridge. EMT Titus immediately began talking to the man and gained his trust as EMT Griffin climbed over the side of the bridge so he could be closer and continue talking. Once they felt they had the patient's confidence and attention, the EMTs asked him to come back over the barrier and continue the conversation in a safer position. If not for their selfless bravery exhibited by these two exemplary EMTs, this emergency could have easily resulted in tragedy. For their bravery, composure, reassuring demeanor, and professionalism, EMT Emmanuel Titus and EMT Sean Griffin are awarded the Christopher J. Prescott Medal. Station 45, the Pride of Woodside. Our next medal is the Brooklyn Citizens Medal and Firefighter Louis Valentino Award, awarded to Firefighter Patrick Gale, Engine Company 282. In June of last year, while detailed the ladder 122, Firefighter Gale responded to a fire with reports of people trapped inside. They found heavy black smoke pushing out from the top floor front of a 4-story tenement. Firefighter Gale scaled the aerial ladder to the roof carrying his tools, including the life-saving rope. A victim from the fire was forced out of their apartment by heavy fire and moved out onto the narrow ledge, clinging to the cable wires. Firefighter Gale acted quickly and began a roof rope rescue with help from a member of Squad Company 1. Firefighter Gale was lowered and reached the victim, removing them from a precarious position. The trust and teamwork between these two members, who have never worked together before, is a true testament to the traditions and training in the FDNY. For his selfless act of bravery, the Brooklyn Citizens Medal and Firefighter Louis Valentino Award is presented to Firefighter Patrick Gale, Engine 282. It ain't easy. Our next presentation is the Yadira Arroyo Medal, awarded to EMT Brendan Burns, Station 58. On a summer evening in July of last year, EMT Brendan Burns and EMT Michael Healy were patrolling the beachfront near Beach 94th Street in the Rockaways. They were flagged down by a civilian who stated there were 2 people in distress. EMT Burns, a former lifeguard, entered the water with a rescue torpedo and swam toward the 2 swimmers who were struggling to stay afloat. EMT Burns reached the first victim and gave him the torpedo to cling to, and then swam 30 yards in the heavy current to the second victim. He brought the second victim to the rescue torpedo and swam with both victims to the beach, where they were treated for exhaustion. EMT Brendan Burns acted without hesitation or regard for his personal safety to save lives of 2 New Yorkers who would have drowned otherwise. For his selfless dedication and unwavering bravery, the Yadira Arroyo Medal is awarded to EMT Brandon F. Burns, Station 58, Junkyard Dogs. Up next, the Hugh Bonner Medal, presented to Firefighter Brendan Gaffney, Ladder Company 56. While detailed the Ladder Company 36, Firefighter Gaffney responded to a fire in Inwood. As the company entered the lobby, residents told them that there were victims trapped on the 5th floor. Firefighter Brendan Gaffney ascended the smoke-filled stairs and with the inside team forced the door to the fire apartment, encountering 0 visibility and intense heat. Heavy fire in the living room, fueled by an exploded lithium-ion battery from an e-bike, blocked the occupant's exit. Firefighter Gaffney reached the rear bedroom where victims were trapped and using a door as a shield. Firefighter Garasi assisted firefighter Gaffney in locating and rescuing 2 unconscious victims, including a young child and a pregnant woman. Firefighter Brandon Gaffney put himself at great personal risk at this violent lithium-ion battery fire to successfully rescue 2 of those victims. For his heroic efforts, he is awarded the Hugh Bonner Medal and the Honor Legion Medal. Firefighter Brendan Gaffney, Ladder Company 56, the House of Hayes. Now for our new medal, the Battalion Chief Thomas J. Neary Bronx Harlem Firefighter Medal. Its inaugural recipient is Captain Jonathan Shields, Ladder Company 42. On the morning of New Year's Eve 2023, Ladder Company 42 responded to a fire on the 6th floor of a building in the Bronx. Captain Jonathan Shields and the inside team entered the building and went up to the 6th floor, encountering heavy smoke. Captain Shields found an unconscious man in the hallway and handed him off to awaiting members before re-entering the hallway to continue his search. Conditions were worsening as he encountered another victim, and knowing there could be even more, he pressed on and found a 3rd victim and removed her. Captain Shields displayed courage and perseverance by returning to the severely exposed hallway 3 times, each time returning with a victim. Captain Jonathan Shields acted within the highest traditions of the fire department of the city of New York, and for his efforts, he is the inaugural recipient of the B.C. Thomas J. Neary Bronx Harlem Firefighter Medal. Captain Jonathan Shields, Ladder Company 42, La Casa de Elefante. Next up is the Emily Trevor Mary B. Warren Medal, awarded to the firefighter Stephen D. Withers, Jr., Engine Company 283. Just before 10 p.m. on December 15, 2023, Engine Company 155 and Ladder Company 78 responded to a fire on the 2nd floor of a private dwelling. As both companies rounded the corner, they could see fire blowing out of a 2nd floor window. Firefighters Withers, detailed to Ladder 78, made his way into the building and up the stairs to the immediate fire area in search for a missing civilian. Met with black smoke and punishing heat, he searched through heavy clutter and under rolling fire. Firefighter Withers came across a door that was blocked, forced it off the hinges, and immediately discovered a victim. Firefighter Withers removed the unconscious victim towards the door, down the stairs, and out of the building. He was met by a firefighter from Engine 155, and together they began life-saving emergency care on the unconscious victim, who soon regained the pulse. For the selfless courage he demonstrated, the Emily Trevor Mary B. Warren Medal is awarded to firefighter Stephen D. Withers, Jr., Engine Company 283, the Brownsville Express. Up next, the Thomas E. Crimmins Medal, awarded to firefighter Matthew I. Tizal, Ladder Company 50. In April of last year, Ladder Company 50 responded to a fire in a private dwelling. Firefighter Tizal entered the home through the rear door by himself after making his way through clutter in the rear yard. He was met with dark black smoke and heavy clutter. He could hear a victim coughing and located them in zero visibility and extreme heat. Firefighter Tizal removed the victim through a narrow walkway and over clutter to the rear yard. He quickly extinguished the victim's burning legs and, with other firefighters, brought the victim to EMS personnel for treatment. He operated alone in an extreme environment and showed great bravery that saved the person's life. For these actions, the Thomas E. Crimmins Medal is presented to firefighter Matthew Tizal, Ladder Company 50, the Cuckoo's Nest. Now we have the Thomas Kenny Memorial Medal presented to Lieutenant Ryan Daly, Ladder Company 125. On January 25th, 2023, Lieutenant Ryan Daly and Ladder Company 125 responded first due to a report of an e-bike on fire in the basement of a private dwelling. The inside team, led by Lieutenant Daly, entered the home to begin the search for victims. After finding the basement door behind a piece of furniture, Lieutenant Daly, along with firefighters Darby and Newman, cleared the doorway and forced open the door. In poor conditions and zero visibility, Lieutenant Daly came up upon a crib and felt a young infant inside. He began to remove them from the basement and shielded the child from the flames with his body. He ensured the infant's safe removal before continuing his search under harrowing conditions. The lieutenant's swift actions saved the infant's life. We are proud to present the Thomas A. Kennedy Memorial Medal to Lieutenant Raya W. Daly, Ladder Company 125, Clown College. Up next, the Walter Scott Medal presented to Battalion Chief Sam Asphalt, Ladder Company 110. While working as a captain at Ladder Company 110, Chief Asphalt responded to a fire in a 14-story building in Brooklyn. People were reportedly trapped and fire was out the windows on the 7th floor. Chief Asphalt led the inside team to the fire department. He conducted a search and crawled past a fire in the living room through high heat and zero visibility and located a semi-conscious woman and an unresponsive infant on a bed near the window. He carried them back through heavy smoke and clutter, navigating around a table and past a growing fire to the apartment doorway. For his bravery and determination in resuscitating 2 people from a heavy fire and smoke condition, the Walter Scott Medal is presented to Battalion Chief Sam Asphalt, Ladder Company 110, Fort Greene Cavalry. Now we have the John H. Prentice Medal awarded to firefighter Cabina K. Brento, Engine Company 168. This is the second medal for bravery presented for this fire. On February 17, 2023, Engine Company 168 responded to a severe fire on Staten Island. Facing strong winds and heavy fire, firefighter Brento advanced a hose line through intense heat and smoke. Fire had spread throughout the building, exposing the hose line to flames and threatening the safety of firefighters. A mayday call from a trapped firefighter on the 2nd floor escalated the urgency. Firefighter Brento, facing heavy flames, maintained his position, protecting his colleagues and aiding the rescue efforts. Exhausted and overcome by smoke, he collapsed but ensured the downed firefighters rescued. Firefighter Brento's selflessness, bravery, and crucial role in the rescue of fellow members has undoubtedly earned him the John H. Prentice Medal. Firefighter Cabina Brento, Engine Company 168. Up next, we have the Henry D. Brookman Medal presented to firefighter Robert L. Wisniewski of Ladder Company 156. In July 2023, Ladder Company 156 responded to a fire in a 6-story building in Brooklyn. Despite zero visibility and intense heat, firefighter Wisniewski advanced past the fire without the protection of a hose line. He crawled through a cluttered living room and was able to find a rear bedroom where he located an unconscious pregnant woman. Firefighter Wisniewski knew the best way out was out the window and onto the fire escape. While bringing the first victim to the window, he encountered a second unconscious victim, a young child. Firefighter Wisniewski, working alone, then handed the unconscious child and unconscious woman to the outside vent firefighter on the fire escape. Firefighter Wisniewski's actions under extreme conditions were pivotal in giving 2 victims the best possible chance to survive this fire. For his bravery and commitment to an aggressive search and removal in zero visibility, the Henry D. Brookman Medal is awarded to firefighter Robert L. Wisniewski of Ladder 156, The Highway. Great job, Proby. Now we have the Chief Ulysses Grant Leadership Medal presented to Lieutenant Kyle Van Nostrand, Station 44. On August 24, 2023, Lieutenant Nostrand and other EMS members responded to a life-threatening carbon monoxide incident in Brooklyn. They were initially responded to a call for an unconscious child, but as they entered the apartment, CO meter indicated over 400 parts per million, prompting an immediate evacuation. The air was thick with an unseen danger, extreme levels of carbon monoxide. The lieutenant, realizing the gravity of the situation, quickly directed an immediate evacuation of the apartment, ensuring the safety of his crew and the exposed family, who were later treated for CO poisoning. His quick, decisive action averted a potential tragedy, and we present him with the Chief Ulysses Grant Leadership Medal for exemplary leadership and commitment to duty. Lieutenant Kyle Van Nostrand, Station 44, Rockaway Road Runners. Next is the Hispanic Society 23rd Street Fire Memorial Medal of Valor, presented to firefighter Kevin R. Cook of Ladder Company 175. On December 31st, 2023, firefighter Cook responded to a fire in a two-story dwelling in Brooklyn with reports of people trapped. Upon arrival, Ladder 175 faced obstructions from double-parked cars requiring members to proceed on foot. Entering the building, members found heavy fire on the first floor, making access to the second floor extremely dangerous. Amid high heat and dense smoke, they conducted a meticulous search as conditions around them deteriorated. Firefighter Cook heard a moan and found an elderly woman trapped between furniture. He safely extricated her and handed her to EMS personnel. Despite the severe conditions, he returned to continue searching for additional victims. Firefighters Cook, decisive actions, and bravery operating without a protective hose line exemplify FDNY's highest traditions and have earned him the Hispanic Society 23rd Street Fire Memorial Medal of Valor. Firefighter Kevin R. Cook of Ladder Company 175, Bradford Street. This year, the M.J. Delahanty Medal is presented to Lieutenant Thomas C. Ritchie's Rescue Company 2. On May 9, 2023, Lieutenant Ritchie's and Rescue Company 2 faced a challenging fire in a three-story multiple dwelling with multiple reports of people trapped. With heavy fire and smoke conditions, he led members to the top floor to search for trapped occupants. Lieutenant Ritchie's noticed that the fire had engulfed the entire second-floor apartment and was vented into the hallway and up the stairs. Lieutenant Ritchie's began a determined, systematic right-handed search toward the front of the building, which situated him directly over the uncontrolled fire area below. A firefighter from Ladder 107 was already removing a child from the apartment, and Lieutenant Ritchie searched deeper into the apartment, knowing others may be trapped. He discovered and rescued 3 more unconscious children from the burning apartment, displaying exceptional bravery and professionalism. His actions were conducted under extreme personal risk, and for that, the Michael J. Delahanty Medal is awarded to Lieutenant Thomas C. Ritchie's Rescue Company 2, The Rescue. Up next, the Mayor Fiorello H. LaGuardia Medal is presented to firefighter Justin Tallett, 107. On May 9, 2023, firefighter Tallett, along with his fellow members assigned to Ladder 107, responded to a fire in a 3-story building. Without the protection of a hose line on the top floor, firefighter Tallett initiated a search and discovered a child laying unconscious on the floor of a bedroom. He shielded the child from the heat and smoke before handing the child off to members outside. Aware that there were more people trapped inside, firefighter Tallett ascended the stairs to resume his search on the building's top floor. He assisted in carrying another victim down to the street and then went back to continue the rest of his duties. Firefighter Tallett placed himself in harm's way by entering an extremely dangerous environment with high heat and zero visibility and offered victims their greatest chance of survival. He acted in accordance with the highest levels of tradition of this department, and for these reasons, the Mayor Fiorello H. LaGuardia Medal, Firefighter Justin Tyler, Ladder 107, faithful and fearless. Up next, the William F. Conrad Medal awarded to firefighter Jesse Torres, Ladder Company 17. On November 24, 2023, Tower Ladder 17 was dispatched to a report of a fire in the Bronx. Firefighter Torres assigned the outside vent position to access the fire from the apartment's sixth-floor fire escape. Despite knowing that the first hose line had burst, causing a delay in water for fire extinguishment, Firefighter Torres decided to enter the fire apartment after receiving reports of victims inside. He entered the living room through the window where he commenced a search in zero visibility and under high heat. After locating a semi-conscious elderly woman in a bedroom within the apartment, Firefighter Torres lifted the victim, placed him out of the window, and into the bucket of ladder 14. He was removed to the street and transported to the hospital for treatment. Firefighter Torres made the conscious decision to put his own safety at risk to save the life of another. For his actions, the William F. Conrad Medal is awarded to Firefighter Jesse Torres, Ladder Company 17, Green Berets. Next up is the Chief John J. McElligott Medal, Firefighters Patrick and Frisbee Award, presented to Captain Colin Brennan, Ladder Company 136. On March 22nd, 2023, the members of Ladder Company 136 arrived at the scene of a fire in a six-story building in Queens. Captain Brennan and the team of firefighters entered the building, ascending toward the sixth floor. They were alerted that there was a person missing and entered the fire apartment in diminished visibility due to a worsening smoke condition. Captain Brennan navigated toward the rear of the apartment and found the victim wedged between the dresser and the wall and entangled in wire. He placed his body between the fire and the victim to shield them from further harm before lifting the victim and carrying him to the exit. Captain Brennan re-entered the apartment and continued his search for more possible victims. For his bravery, the Chief John J. McElligott Medal, Firefighters Fitzpatrick and Frisbee Award is presented to Captain Colin Brennan, Ladder Company 136, the Elmhurst Eagles. Up next, the Thomas F. Doherty Medal is presented to Firefighter Michael White, Ladder Company 129. On May 12, 2023, the members of the Ladder Company 129 arrived on scene of a 13-story building fire in Queens. They immediately ascended toward the 8th floor in search of victims trapped inside. Firefighter White proceeded to search the fire apartment and moved to an open bedroom door with fire rolling out to discover an unconscious male. Without regard for his own safety or the protection of a hose line, Firefighter White passed the main body of fire and grabbed the unconscious person and removed him to the waiting EMS outside. Without his courage, perseverance, and quick thinking, the victim would have not survived this fire. For his incredible determination and heroism, the Thomas F. Doherty Medal is awarded to Firefighter Michael White, Ladder Company 129, downtown Flushing. Our next presentation is the Albert S. Johnston Medal, awarded to Firefighter Jeffrey Rivera, Ladder Company 41. On March 18, 2023, Ladder 41 responded to a fire on the 6th floor of an apartment in the Bronx. Upon forcing the fire apartment door, the team inside was informed that the fire was within the doorway, negating any chance for the victim to escape. They performed a search without a hose line to control the fire. Meanwhile, Firefighter Rivera, the OV, observed the smoke becoming darker and more forceful. Knowing the conditions inside were worsening, he quickly entered the bucket before ascending to the fire apartment. Immediately after entering the bedroom, Firefighter Rivera closed the door to isolate the room and perform a rapid search for the victim. Within moments, he came across the unconscious victim buried under a pile of clothes. Firefighter Rivera began the arduous task of removing the victim on his own. The removal process was complicated because the victim was a double limb upper amputee, causing firefighter Rivera to use his personal weapon to help better secure the victim and facilitate removal. After moving past the fire, firefighter Rivera was assisted by Ladder Company 32's inside team in bringing the victim down 6 floors to the street. He then performed life-saving treatment on the victim until being transferred to the care of EMS. Firefighter Rivera exhibited tremendous bravery and initiative in effecting this rescue. For heroism and bravery that saved the life of a trapped occupant, the Albert S. Johnson Medal is awarded to firefighter Jeffrey Rivera, Ladder Company 41, Morris Park Fire Department. Up next, the Narragansett Society Franklin Delano Roosevelt Medal being awarded to Lieutenant Pat Quagliaro of Ladder Company 156. On January 16, 2023, Engine Company 276 and Ladder Company 156 received a report of a fire on the first floor of an apartment building. After locating the fire apartment and forcing the door open, Lieutenant Quagliaro and the inside team were met with black smoke, high heat, and no visibility. As the members pushed into the apartment, the extreme conditions forced Lieutenant Quagliaro to his stomach as he looked for victims. He moved deeper into the apartment, and he discovered an unconscious adult male lying on the floor. After moving the unconscious man down the hall, other firefighters on the team assisted in transporting the victim out of the burning apartment. Despite severe fire condition of high heat and no visibility, and with no hose line for protection, Lieutenant Quagliaro never hesitated in searching for fire victims and ultimately succeeded in saving an unconscious, injured man. For his actions, the Narragansett Society Franklin Delano Roosevelt Medal is awarded to Lieutenant Pat Quagliaro, Ladder Company 156, the Highway. Up next is the Tracy Allen Lee Medal being awarded to EMT Matthew J. Kenny and EMT Kieran Lennon, Station 17. On September 14, 2023, EMT Kenny and EMT Lennon were on duty in Upper Manhattan when they observed a female drowning in the East River, screaming for help. With no other resources on scene and knowing that quick, decisive action was needed, the 2 EMTs jumped into the river. From shore, they swam 30 feet to the woman and brought her to safety. The immediate actions of the EMTs, Kenny and Lennon, prevented what could have been a tragedy. The members of FDNY EMS respond to any number of dangerous and life-threatening situations daily, but their actions in this rescue went above and beyond the call of duty. For these reasons, EMT Matthew Kenny and EMT Kieran Lennon are awarded the Tracy Allen Lee Medal. Station 17, Pride of West Side. Our next medal is the Vincent J. Kane Medal, presented to firefighter Stephen A. Etz, Ladder Company 120. In August 2023, Ladder Company 120 was dispatched to report of a fire on the 11th floor of an apartment building with multiple children still inside the apartment. Firefighter Etz, along with firefighter Christopher Farrow, conducted a side-by-side search from the stairwell to the fire door, and in minutes were inside the fire apartment. After being notified that firefighter Farrow had found an unconscious child and had removed them from the area, he continued to search for more victims. Firefighter F came across another unconscious child, removed them from the apartment, and ran down 10 more flights of stairs, administering emergency care all the way. Firefighter Etz turned the child over to Engine Company 283, who continued life-saving operations. Because of his actions that day, the young child is alive and well. For his bravery, the Vincent J. Kane Medal is presented to Firefighter Stephen A. Etz, Ladder Company 120. The tradition continues. Our next medal is the Bromer Medal presented to Firefighter Christopher N. Farrow of Ladder Company 120. This is the second medal awarded for this fire. In August 2023, Firefighter Farrow and Ladder Company 120 responded to a fire on the Livonia Avenue. Firefighter Farrow and Firefighter Stephen Etz began to search the fire apartment for children who were reported to be trapped inside. Firefighter Farrow entered the apartment and was met with zero visibility, punishing heat, and heavy clutter. Firefighter Farrow came across a mattress and found a small, unconscious child and began administering life-saving care as he removed the young child down to the lobby and out of the building. For his actions, the Bromer Medal is awarded to Firefighter Christopher Farrow, Ladder Company 120. The tradition continues. This year, the Frank W. Crydell Medal is awarded to Firefighter Christopher Ford, Squad Company 61. On New Year's Eve 2023, Squad 61 responded to a fire in the rear of a private dwelling in the Bronx. Firefighter Ford entered the initial fire building where the fire had extended to 2 floors. As conditions deteriorated, Firefighter Ford made his way through a cluttered-filled, maze-like basement apartment. He continued to search in punishing heat conditions and found an unconscious and burned victim. Firefighter Ford shielded the victim from the fire that was now rolling over their heads and removed them from the building to begin life-saving care. Firefighter Ford took an extreme personal risk to save this victim's life. For this, the Frank W. Crydell Medal is awarded to Firefighter Christopher Ford, Squad Company 61, taking a job near you. Now we have the Emerald Society Medal presented to Captain Dennis G. Keaton, Division 6. While detailed to Ladder 17, Captain Keaton responded to a fire in a non-fireproof 7-story multiple dwelling in the Bronx. Heavy fire was visible and blowing out of 2 windows on the 6th floor. Captain Keaton and the inside team made their way up to the fire apartment. Captain Keaton entered and encountered heavy black smoke, high heat, and flames rolling overhead. Without an operating hose line, he discovered a semi-conscious victim and moved them to the front door. He made the difficult and courageous decision to put his own safety at risk for the life of someone else. Captain Dennis Keaton's action represents the finest traditions of the FDNY, for which he received the Emerald Society Medal. Up next, the Chief Wesley Williams Medal awarded to Firefighter Brian P. Wilson, Squad Company 252. In November 2023, Squad Company 252 responded to a fire in a 2-story building where people were reportedly trapped. Squad 252 discovered intense fire throughout the basement with heavy smoke coming from all windows on the 1st and 2nd floors. Firefighter Wilson began primary searches on the floor above the fire. Under heavy smoke conditions, Firefighter Wilson searched the rear of the 2nd floor and discovered an unconscious victim behind the door. With assistance from Ladder Company 111 Lieutenant, Firefighter Wilson was able to pull the victim out of the bathroom, down the stairs, and outside, where she was treated and revived. For his courage and initiative during a difficult search under hazardous conditions, the Chief Wesley Williams Medal is awarded to Firefighter Brian P. Wilson, Squad Company 252. In Squad we trust. Up next, the Holy Name Society Medal awarded to firefighter Joseph P. Masella, Ladder Company 120. In the early morning of July 9, 2023, Ladder Company 120 responded to a report of a smoke in a private dwelling in Brooklyn. A male was reported to be trapped in the second-floor bedroom. Firefighter Masella assisted with forcing the front door, to gain entry into the home and clearly cluttered from interior stairwell. Firefighter Masella began to search down a clutter-filled hallway and located an unconscious male. He quickly carried the victim downstairs and outside and administered a life-saving medical treatment before returning to the fire floor to assist other members. For his aggressive and unwavering efforts that undoubtedly contributed to the victim's survival, the Holy Name Society Medal is awarded to firefighter Joseph P. Masella, Ladder Company 120. The tradition continues. This year, the Chief James Scullin Medal is presented to EMT Dennis O. Raval and EMT Ada Rosa of Station 19. On the afternoon of July 24, 2023, EMTs Rosa and Raval were on duty in the Bronx when they were flagged down by a bystander. The EMTs saw smoke and fire on the second floor of a three-story residential building on Castle Hill Avenue. The crew immediately contacted dispatch to inform them of the fire. Realizing civilians were still inside the building, EMT Rosa and EMT Raval entered the premises to alert occupants about the fire. They proceeded through the first floor, alerting people and aiding them in the evacuation before proceeding to the second floor and evacuating an elderly person down the stairs to safety. At great personal risk, these two EMTs acted quickly and decisively to ensure that all occupants of the building were safely evacuated. For their selfless efforts, which truly exemplify what it means to be a member of the FDNY, the Chief James Scullin Medal is awarded to Dennis O. Raval and EMT Ada Rosa, Station 19. Never tell us the odds. EMT Ada Rosa is currently on deployment as a U.S. Air Force medic in Qatar. Accepting the medal today on her behalf is her mother, Faye. Listen up, Swamp. Up next, the Captain Dennis W. Lane Memorial Medal presented to firefighter Dwayne F. Campbell of Ladder Company 158. On the night of June 19, 2023, firefighter Dwayne Campbell saved the life of his company officer who was trapped in a burning building. Ladder Company 158 arrived first due to an advanced fire in a private home with occupants trapped. With conditions rapidly deteriorating and advancing on his team, Lieutenant Joyce decided they should double back to the front door when the room suddenly became engulfed in fire. Firefighter Campbell, realizing Lieutenant Joyce was not with him, without a second thought, he rushed back into the building. Firefighter Campbell located Lieutenant Joyce caught on an object and cut the shoulder strap off the Lieutenant Joyce SCBA and freed him. This incident highlights the importance of teamwork and camaraderie in the fire service. For his incredible courage and selflessness, we celebrate his act of bravery by presenting the Captain Dennis W. Lane Memorial Medal to firefighter Dwayne F. Campbell, Ladder Company 158, the Swamp Dogs. Up next, the Uniform Fire Officers Association Medal which is being presented to Lieutenant Joseph B. Fisher, Ladder Company 102. On January 23, 2023, Ladder Company 102 responded to a 4-story multiple dwelling in Brooklyn. Lieutenant Fisher entered the fire building and quickly ascended the stairs toward the fire floor. After making it past obstructions, he made his way into a bedroom, discovered an unconscious woman on the fire floor, and proceeded to transfer the victim to the street where EMS treated her. Lieutenant Fisher then returned to the apartment to search for more victims through blinding and hot conditions and directed his team through 16 more rescues. Lieutenant Fisher's actions, operating at great personal risk to save a life, exemplify the proudest traditions of the FDNY. For his act of personal bravery and leadership, the Uniformed Fire Officers Association Medal is awarded to Lieutenant Joseph B. Fisher, Ladder Company 102, the Bedford Express. Up next, the Dr. Albert A. Sinelli Medal is presented to Firefighter Alexander Arcuri, Ladder Company 56. On March 8, 2023, Engine Company 48 and Ladder 56 responded to a fire on the 3rd floor of an apartment in the Bronx. After reaching the fire floor, the inside team encountered a heavy smoke forcefully pushing from the fire apartment. Firefighter Arcuri entered the cluttered apartment in zero visibility and located an unconscious elderly male wedged between the wall and a piano. Firefighter Arcuri quickly disentangled the victim from his position and carried him down 3 flights of stairs to the awaiting EMS units. Firefighter Alexander Arcuri put himself at great personal risk to save this individual. For his heroic actions, the Dr. Albert A. Sinelli Medal is awarded to Firefighter Alexander Arcuri, Ladder Company 56, the House of Hate. Up next, the Fire Chiefs Association Memorial Medal of Valor is presented to Firefighter Thomas Harrington of Ladder Company 163. On March 5th, 2023, Ladder Company 163, which was relocated to the quarters of Ladder Company 31, responded to a fire caused by a lithium-ion battery in the basement of a 5-story multiple dwelling in the Bronx. Firefighter Harrington forced entry and was met with high heat and heavy fire, which began to extend into the hallway. Firefighter Harrington pushed past the main body of fire without protection of a hose line to conduct a search and discovered an unconscious victim. He removed the victim from the fire and to awaiting EMS members. Ultimately, Firefighter Harrington's actions demonstrated courage, initiative, and strength as he put himself at great personal risk to save the life of another human being. For his selfless bravery, Firefighter Thomas Harrington of Ladder 163 is awarded the Fire Chiefs Association Memorial Medal of Valor. Firefighter Thomas Harrington of Ladder Company 163. This year, the Lieutenant Kirby McElhern Medal is presented to EMT Edward H. Wolf, Public Safety Answering Center 2. In April of 2023, EMS dispatch Edward Wolf received a call from a male reporting that his wife was in labor. EMT Wolf encouraged the father to remain calm while he guided him through the delivery of a baby. Unexpectedly, a second baby began to present, and EMT Wolf calmly instructed the father step by step on how to deliver the second baby as well. For performing exceptionally well under extremely stressful circumstances, the Lieutenant Kirby McElhern Medal is presented to EMT Edward H. Wolf, Public Safety Answering Center 2. We answer the call. Up next, we have the Battalion Chief Frank T. Tuttlemundo Medal of Valor presented to Firefighter Louis Durante, Ladder Company 131. On June 20th, 2023, Ladder Company 131 responded to a fire on the first floor of a 6-story multiple dwelling in the heart of Chinatown. Ladder Company 12 arrived first due in less than 4 minutes and transmitted a 1075 with heavy smoke emitting from behind the roll-down security gates of an e-bike store. In a high-heat, zero-visibility environment, firefighter Louis Durante forced open the door to apartment 4, directly above the raging fire. He searched and found 2 more victims amongst the punishing conditions on the floor above the fire. Firefighter Durante also assisted in the removal of a 3rd victim. For his focus, determination, and resourcefulness, the Battalion Chief Frank T. Telemundo Medal of Valor is awarded to firefighter Louis Durante, Ladder Company 131. Never. This year, the Dr. John F. Connell Medal is awarded to firefighter James N. Lafferty, Engine Company 76. Last August, while detailed at Ladder 22, firefighter Lafferty responded to a fire at the top floor of a 6-story apartment building on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Members arrived at the fire department and found the door glowing white and hot to the touch. The front door to the apartment was blocked and was only able to be opened a few inches. They were able to hear and feel a victim behind it, and firefighter Lafferty squeezed through the door and into the apartment. Without the protection of a hose line, he pulled the victim away from the door and shielded them with his body. Firefighter Lafferty and firefighter Patrice Francis removed the victim to safety. For the quick thinking that facilitated the successful rescue, the Dr. John F. Connell Medal is awarded to firefighter James N. Lafferty, Engine Company 76, the pride of Morningside. The Fire Bell Club Medal is awarded to Captain James F. McAlevey, Ladder Company 117. On the last night tour of his 32-year career, Captain McAlevey responded to a fire in a 2-story private dwelling. A sanitation truck parked in the front of the building blocked the engine and ladder from positioning for operations. There was heavy fire coming from all the rear windows on the first floor. The inside team entered and encountered complete blackout conditions. Captain McAlevey came across an unconscious victim as conditions began to deteriorate. Firefighter John Sokis helped remove the victim to the sidewalk. After being struck by falling debris, Captain McAlevey continued his search until being relieved by other units. For his bravery, tenacity, and skill in rescuing an unconscious victim from a rapidly deteriorating environment, the Fire Bell Club Medal is awarded to Captain James F. McAlevey, Ladder Company 117, between a rock and a hard place. We hope you enjoy your well-deserved retirement. Now for the firefighter David J. DeFranco Medal, presented to firefighter Nicholas Battaglia, Ladder Company 169. In June 2023, Ladder Company 169 received the response ticket for water rescue at the Manhattan Beach Promenade in Brooklyn. According to reports from civilian onlookers and the NYPD, a large, fully dressed adult had been spotted being dragged swiftly out to sea by the current. Firefighter Battaglia and firefighter Stephen Maceda hopped the fence and ran down the beach, where they set up a surf rescue operation. Firefighter Battaglia leaped into the water and swam toward the victim through a minefield of jagged rocks, wood pilings, and unrelenting rip currents. He secured the victims, head above water, and firefighter Stephen Caglione of Marine 3 pulled them aboard the vessel. In the finest traditions of the FDNY, firefighter Nicholas Battaglia demonstrated a true act of bravery in the face of challenging conditions, and for that, he is awarded the firefighter David J. DeFranco Medal. Firefighter Nicholas Battaglia, Ladder Company 169, the Fightin' Brighton. This year, the Deputy Commissioner Christine R. Godek Medal is presented to the Supervising Fire Marshal William J. Rohr, Fire Marshal Ian G. Brennan, and Fire Marshal Christopher Mangus, Bureau of Fire Investigations, Citywide North Command. In January 2024, BFI was called to the scene of a 6-story multiple dwelling for suspected arson. Fire Marshals Rohr, Brennan, and Mangus immediately began a forensic examination and collected evidence. Interviews were conducted with witnesses, and security camera footage was reviewed to identify the individual responsible for setting the fire. After completing their investigation, Fire Marshal Magnus noticed 2 males behaving suspiciously up the block. As Fire Marshal Mangus walked toward the FD vehicle, he heard multiple gunshots from the direction and quickly took cover as the 2 suspects ran toward them. When the perpetrators approached the corner, Fire Marshal Magnus drew his firearm and shouted, "Police, don't move!" Simultaneously, Supervisor Fire Marshal Rohr and Fire Marshal Brennan turned the corner with their weapons drawn, ordering the suspects to the ground with their hands raised. Quick thinking and swift action by the fire marshals brought a potentially dangerous situation under control, preventing further harm and ensuring the safety of all involved. For their bravery and professionalism in confronting armed suspects, the prestigious Commissioner Christine R. Godek Medal is awarded to Supervisor Fire Marshal William Rowe, Fire Marshal Ian Brennan, Fire Marshal Christopher Mangus. Up next, the probationary firefighter Thomas A. Wiley Medal is presented to firefighter Matthew Goy K. Kucho. Ladder Company 41. On August 14, 2023, Ladder Company 41 responded to a fire on the 4th floor of a 6-story multiple dwelling. Firefighter Goke Kachaya and the inside team ascended to the fire apartment, forced the door, and began to search. Firefighter Gochea located an unconscious victim in blind visibility and quickly began removal. With no hose line in place, Firefighter Gochea shielded the victim with his body as they passed the now extended fire. At great personal risk, Firefighter Gochea quick and decisive actions led to the rescue, removal, and prompt emergency medical care of this victim. The probationary firefighter Thomas A. Wiley Medal is proudly presented to the firefighter Matthew Gochea, Ladder Company 41, Van Ness Hose Company. Nice job, Proby. Joey. This year, the firefighter Kevin C. Kane Medal is proudly presented to Captain Joseph J. Resnick, Engine Company 304. On Tuesday, July 11, 2023, Engine Company 304 responded to a fire on the first floor of a three-story multiple dwelling. In the building's front courtyard, Captain Resnick encountered a frantic woman who screamed that her family was trapped on the second floor. Upon entering the fire building, Captain Resnick was immediately met by thick black smoke and zero visibility. He crawled down the first floor hallway past the fire department, up the stairs, and began to search. Captain Resnick came across an unconscious victim and removed them down the stairs and out of the building. He heard Captain Twomey of Tower Ladder 162 transmitted another 1045 and made his way back past the fire on the first floor and up the stairs to assist in removal, before returning yet again to help remove a third victim. Due to the teamwork and tremendous efforts of Engine Company 304 and Tower Ladder 162, all three victims survived this incident. For his initiative and bravery at this incident, the firefighter Kevin C. Kane Medal is awarded to Captain Joseph J. Resnick, Engine Company 304, Border Patrol. The Captain John J. Drennan Memorial Medal is awarded to Captain Michael Toomey of Division 14. This is the second medal for bravery awarded in this fire. While detailed at the Ladder Company 162, Captain Toomey responded to a fire in a three-story non-fireproof multiple dwelling. Engine Company 301 and Ladder Company 150 arrived first due and transmitted the 1075 of the fire, venting out the windows on the first floor. Without the protection of a charged hose line, Captain Toomey and his inside team began to search for victims. They encountered Captain Resnick with the victim and helped remove them, while Captain Toomey continued searching the second floor hallway. Even though he was searching in a blackout conditions with high heat coming from the fire apartment below, he located a second victim in the hallway. He then encountered a third unconscious victim at the far end of the hallway. Captain Toomey found not one but two unconscious victims, and with the assistance of his inside team and Captain Resnick of Engine Company 304, quickly and seamlessly removed three total victims to the front of the building. For these heroic actions, the Captain John J. Drennan Memorial Medal is awarded to Captain Michael Toomey, Division 14. The Jack Pinchek Medal is awarded to now paramedic Alexander Basis, Station 4, and EMT Paolo Samaritano, Queens Tactical Response Group. These two members tackled dangerous odds and used a unique problem solving on a call in the Bronx last March. A patient had barricaded himself in an apartment and was having visual and auditory hallucinations. While awaiting NYPD ESU paramedic bases noticed the door was unlocked and used roller gauze to unhook the door chain and discovered the door was blocked by a fridge. The EMTs were able to see the patient beginning to climb outside his window. NYPD and EMT Samaritano began to push the door to gain entry past the fridge. NYPD and EMT Samaritano immediately rushed towards the patient, now dangling outside the window, and grabbed the patient's hands to prevent an imminent fall. EMT Samaritano then opened the parallel window to provide additional stability to the still dangling patient. Thanks to the quick thinking of all first responders, the patient was pulled back into their unit and provided immediate care. For their determination and quick thinking, the Jack Pinchek Medal is presented to paramedic Alexander Basis, Station 4, and EMT Paolo Samaritano, Queens Tactical Response Group, Lower East Side. This year, the Captain Allison Russo North Star Medal is presented to Lieutenant Justin P. O'Grady, Station 18. At St. Barnabas Hospital last May, a distressed patient leaped out of an ambulance and bolted toward the hospital retaining wall, which had a 20-foot drop to the concrete sidewalk below. Lieutenant O'Grady saw this unfold and began to move towards the patient to calm them. With his body halfway over the ledge and legs flailing in the open air, Lieutenant O'Grady reached out and pulled him back from the brink. For his quick actions and selfless deed, the Captain Allison Russo North Star Medal is presented to Lieutenant Justin P. O'Grady, Station 18, Bathgate's Best. Up next, the Father Julian F. Deacon Memorial Medal is awarded to the members of Engine Company 48. This medal is awarded every 3 years to one of the Lieutenant James Curran New York Firefighters Burn Center Foundation medal holders from the preceding 3 years. In January 2022, Engine Company 48 was first due to a third-floor fire in the Bronx. Upon arrival, they saw thick black smoke venting from the windows and numerous residents screaming for help. They immediately went to work establishing a hose line and moving up towards the fire department under challenging conditions to begin suppression efforts. The fire had spread to the hallway and the apartment across. Engine 48 fought the fire in both directions, knocking down the fire in each apartment and saving countless lives. Engine Company 48 operated until they knocked down all visible fire in the 2 apartments and hallway. At this tragic fire against tremendous adversity, Engine Company 48's dedication, training, and bravery were displayed. For their brave actions and for keeping with the finest firefighting traditions of FDNY, the Lieutenant James Curran New York Firefighters Burn Center Foundation Medal is awarded to Lieutenant David Werta, Firefighter Christopher G. Carlin, Michael A. LaPreta, Brenda T. Lorino, and Nicholas L. Rosemeyer of Engine Company 48, the House of Hayes. Up next is the Lieutenant James Curran New York Firefighters Burn Center Foundation Medal, presented to Engine Company 38. In May 2023, Engine Company 38 observed a large box truck on fire with a river of fire running down under approximately 8 cars and impinging a row of attached private dwellings and a scrap tire yard nearby. The company quickly began to establish a water source when they discovered many combustible cylinders. To prevent an explosion, they began to attempt to cool the cylinders until additional units arrived. With no additional engines on the scene and the fire rapidly escalating, Engine Company 38 operated 2 hand lines near the burning primary and secondary fires, successfully protecting the occupied exposures. Their decision saved property and, most importantly, saved people from imminent harm. For their outstanding actions and exemplary teamwork at Bronx Box 4469, the Lieutenant James Curran New York Firefighter Burn Center Foundation Medal is awarded to Lieutenant Thomas P. Carrara, Jason Diaz, Omar Gonzalez, Andrew Perez Irizarry, and Firefighter John C. Sun, Engine Company 38, the Doghouse. The next award is the Firefighter Thomas R. Alsassa Memorial Medal, presented to Squad Company 8. On February 17, Squad 8 responded to a fire on Staten Island where intensifying conditions caused a member to jump from a window. Another trapped firefighter had issued a mayday where he stated he was burning up and trapped on the second floor. Squad 8 knew they needed to move quickly to rescue the trapped member. Entering the high heat and blowtorch conditions, they located the downed officer who was unresponsive and injured and began removing him from the fire area. Squad 8 displayed a high level of cohesive teamwork at this fire, which led to the successful rescue of a trapped, unconscious firefighter. They worked to assist their fellow firefighters in every facet of this challenging fire, and their all-out effort to save a fellow firefighter was truly heroic. For their efforts, the Firefighter Thomas R. Alsassa Memorial Medal is awarded to Lieutenant Mark H. Russo, Rescue Battalion, Firefighter Carmelo Bravada Jr., Firefighter Anthony DeSico, Firefighter Justin N. McGee, Firefighter Sean Myro, Robert W. Barone, Squad Company 8, The Ocho. Our final medal is the World Trade Center Medal, presented to the members of Ladder Company 112. In the early hours of October 17, 2023, Ladder Company 112 responded to a fire with reports of people trapped. Firefighters Ascenti and Marquita rescued 2 victims from behind a child gate on the second floor. The inside team encountered a lithium-ion battery, which was generating an intense amount of fire and heat, creating dire conditions. Firefighter Williams Lines and Scalone searched the fire apartment, found an unconscious victim, and removed them down the hallway, past the intensifying fire, and into the public hallway. There, members of Engine Company 222 performed life-saving care before transferring the victim to EMS. The extraordinary actions of Ladder 112 saved the lives of 3 people, including a young child, under hazardous fire conditions. For their heroics, the FDNY is proud to present the World Trade Center Medal to Lieutenant Gregory Lyons, firefighter Alan C. Acuna Luciano, firefighter Matthew M. Marquita, firefighter Christopher D. Sacenti, firefighter Robert Scalone, and firefighter Walter S. Williams, Ladder Company 112, the House of Pain. Keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. How about a big round of applause for all of year's medal winners? Please remain standing. You're gonna back up that? Okay. Everyone, please stay standing for the benediction by FDNY Chaplain, Reverend Dr. V. Simpson Turner, Jr.
Let us pray. Today we have gathered on this glorious day to honor these heroic individuals who have prevailed against the vestiges of danger to help humanity. Thank you for these individuals who epitomize what the FDNY is all about. Oh God, we pray now for the many men and women of the FDNY and all other first responders who are placing their lives in danger at this moment to help ensure our safety. Oh God, we realize the FDNY is the premier fire service in the nation. The FDNY serves all communities in the city. And New Yorkers know they can count on the FDNY. So God, now we pray for these beloved families who have loaned these individuals to the FDNY daily. Oh God, we thank thee for the courageous determination to risk their lives to save someone else. The FDNY exemplifies what, God, you have conveyed to us in the Holy Scriptures. Greater love hath no man than this, that he lay down his life for his friends. The friendship between the FDNY and the city can be traced for over 159 years and shall continue, where when summoned for duty, the FDNY is ready, willing, and able to serve this city with distinction. We ask, O God, now thy divine blessings, certainly upon this nation, state, and city. And we pray that through your omnipotence, you will help us to build up the brokenhearted. God, through your understanding, we ask you to cremate the chaos, heal the hopelessness, and liberate the less fortunate. God, help us to be better residents of the cosmos. Now, oh God, I certainly am reminded of this poet who I think epitomizes today what this day is all about and what all of us certainly should be about. When he wrote these words, if I can help somebody as I pass along, if I can cheer somebody with a word or song, if I can tell somebody and show him that he may be traveling wrong and how to do it right, then my living shall not be in vain. In the name of him who is almighty, all-wise, all-knowing, and all-powerful. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Dr. V. Simpson Turner, Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Mayor, Deputy Mayor, Fire Commissioner, Chief of the Department, and other members of the executive staff, thank you for joining us at today's Medal Day ceremony. Before we end, we would like to take a group photo of the medalists with the Fire Commissioner and the Chief of the Department. Medalists, please remain standing at your seats while the Fire Department photographer organizes the photo. For everyone else, FDNY, thank you for attending today's ceremony. Take care of each other and enjoy the rest of your day.